we still do. We still do. We still do.
We still do after all this time at the altar. I alter my mind and vow to God I love you till he make his return. The rain should be the least of your concern. Under God's umbrella, I promise to provide and preserve his word and to serve your mind and spirit. Let me drive the boat. I promise I'ma steer it. The devil cannot get near it. You'll know this soon as you hear it. You need me, I need you. Even after the altar, we still do.
I think praying for your spouse out loud is not something that is practiced often. And I remember we talked about the statistics of what that looks like, where actually couples who pray together every day is like less than 1% chance of divorce, whether you're Christian or not. And it just says a lot about how far prayer can go. And so for somebody who's a spouse, a husband who wants to provide, what does that look like? Let's say because the economy is crazy and they do got to work a ton and it's crazy that requires them to be out of the house a lot. What does that look like with how they could still show up emotionally? Like, can you give practical examples? What does that look like to emotionally show up for your wife? I don't even know how to do that. I know it starts with the conversation and asking them what they need, but can you like kind of share some practical examples of that?
Yeah. So if a husband's going to provide other than financially in how he has to work, he has to be very intentional with how he spends his time. A lot of times when we feel like we're getting tired or overwhelmed or whatever, we go to the one thing that we can like almost like numb out, do without any energy.
Yeah.
And so maybe that is like, okay, I know that when I get home I'm gonna be tired. My wife knows that I'm gonna be tired. Maybe I can before I go in the house, so let's just say I leave work, I get in the driveway, I'm sitting in my car, I mentally prepare myself that I need to give at least 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes, half an hour, whatever, for my spouse. And it's really that transitional period that helps you prep for what you're about to walk into. Or if you have kids, it's like, okay, I need to mentally prepare myself that I'm going to go in here and it might be chaotic, but I'm prepping myself because I know that this is the time where I could have time for my spouse. And so maybe I go in here with my mind prepped to calm the situation, whatever it is. So now I can spend time. Maybe I go in there, she needs a hug. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe so something that's very intentional, or like maybe it's lunch. Maybe you are on a lunch break and maybe you two can FaceTime. Maybe you get on the phone, you have like a 30-minute date or whatever. I don't know, maybe you have phone sex. I don't know, whatever your thing is, use that time to intentionally connect. At the end of the day, it's going to be some form of a sacrifice, and you have to be willing to sacrifice a little more of you to connect with your spouse. So whatever that looks like, and it does start with a conversation, because, for example, I remember we were talking to one couple, and the husband shared how he used to love to kiss his wife before he went, like wake her up, because he wakes up early in the morning, kiss his wife to go off to work. That was frustrating to her. She loves her sleep. And so he started sending her text messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, good morning, beautiful, I love you, have a good day, whatever it said. And that was sufficient for her, because not only is it something she can wake up to, but it's like, okay, he's doing this because he also respects that I want to get sleep, because I'm probably tired, probably stressed out, something's going on with my body, and he's also considering me. So it has to be some form, because he probably loved to hug her, you know what I'm saying, to feel her connection before he left for work. Because I believe he has a pretty difficult job. So that was important for him. But it was a sacrifice to say, you know what, like, it's important for her to get sleep, so I'm gonna just send her a message. So we have to start with communication if we're gonna understand, what that need is. And then whatever that need is, and she gives you that, then you figure out, okay, well, what would be the most meaningful to you? When would this be the most meaningful to you? And now I can be intentional to say, okay, this is when I'm gonna do it. So now I have to be willing to do it, willing to put in the effort, willing to step outside of myself to do it. And I think that's a practical way that you can do that.
That was good examples. I think to also to feel like seen. In the moments where you just come up to me and hug me, I feel like, how did you know I needed that? Like, you see me, you know?
Mhm.
Or in the moment where it's complete chaos and you affirm me, like, you're such a good mother. You're doing a great job. Like, I know it's crazy over there with the kids. You're doing a great job. Like, that means a lot. Or even if it's, you have so much technology, like, you would send me a voice memo affirming me. You've done that several times. Or even a prayer, sending me a prayer through a voice memo. You know, if you on the go and you just can't call and talk long, because I know I be keep you on the phone. Like, you'll do, it's those little things. And I think we don't realize how the little consistent things builds up over time
Mhm.
and means so much more, at least to me. I can't say all women are different. I'm not going to put us all in a box, but it goes so much further than you realize. And it's even those little connecting points of you being intentional. Call while you're driving or while you're working or
Yeah.
on your way to work or whatever. It's those little things that keeps the connection in terms of like emotionally. Like, I want to feel seen. I want to know what's going on. Or the moments where you slow down. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, how you feel today? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a way that you can just emotionally be able to connect with your spouse for sure. And then, I mean, I think we gave the practical examples of spiritually and what that can look like as far as providing. And then affirming and encouraging. That goes
Yeah.
so far. Like,
Mm.
tell your wife she's beautiful. Tell her you see her and she's doing a good job. Like, I know men need the praise in terms of they feel respected and honored and affirmations, but I think women need that too.
Yeah, it makes them feel loved. Huh?
Yeah, I need to know, like, you see me too. Like, I'm out
Yeah.
here. Like,
Yeah.
we're partners in this, you know, and you see me. And
Yeah.
so I think both are important. But I wanted to share the scripture, if you don't mind.
Okay.
It is in Ecclesiastes 9:9. Live happily with the woman you love through all the meaningless days of life that God has given you under the sun. The wife God gives you is your reward for all your earthly toil. And in my commentary, I think it's worth reading. Considering the uncertainties of the future and the certainty of death, Solomon recommends enjoying life as God's gift. He may have been criticizing those who put off all the present pleasures in order to accumulate wealth, much like those who get caught up in today's rat race. Solomon asks, what is your wealth really worth anyway? Because the future is so uncertain, we should enjoy God's gift while we are able.
Yeah.
And so enjoying the gift of today, enjoying the wife of your youth, enjoying the day, the wealth, the present, the reward, taking time to slow down to enjoy that too. I feel like for men, a lot of times they get caught up in trying to work for their wife, work to provide for their wife,
Yeah.
that they miss out on the fact of like, no, actually enjoy your wife. Not all that you can do for her, but
Yeah.
like you. She just wants you to be present here with her in this moment.
Yeah, that's good. Because a lot of times we do get fixated on providing than actually being present. It's like we get so focused on like, I'm doing this for you, but I'm not giving to you.
Mm,
Like I'm providing for you, but I'm not giving myself to you.
yeah.
I'm not giving my love to you. And so it's so hard because it makes it difficult when you have to work.
Right.
Like you have to. You know, I know that, man, even just thinking about the scripture that you read, like it's like you get so caught on just providing that you forget to connect.
Never and always gonna love you and always. No doubt you're my blessing. Ain't no second guessing. No one can separate.